Hi, good evening. My name is Jason Alviar and I'm from Group 3. Parang Group 3 kami, nakalimutan ko na. On behalf of my group mates. So, for now, I'm going to report the uh, information infrastructure. I think this is for 5, lesson number 5. So, on behalf of my partner, Mr. Marking Dimas Sisil, so ako na lang po magre-report muna ng lahat. Okay, let's start with my information infrastructure. So first, we're going to define what is information infrastructure. So sabi ni Handset noong 2002, information infrastructure is a shared, evolving, open, standardized, and heterogeneous installed base. And then may study naman si Pironti noong 2006, information infrastructure as all of the people, processes, procedures, tools, facilities, and technology which support the creation, use, transport, storage, and destruction of information. So hindi lang sila ang nagbigay ng definition ng information infrastructure, meron din ibang nag-study about this. So next, other definition ng infrastructure. Information infrastructure by Hanset and Montero noong 1996. It is a technological and non-technological elements that are linked. So, ibig sabihin, magkadugtong ang technological at non-technological. So, sabi rin ni Sivora at Hanset noong 1998, information infrastructures can, as formative context, shape not only the working routines, but also the ways people look at practices, consider them natural, and give them overarching character of necessity. Infrastructure becomes an essential factor shaping the taken for grantedness or organization practices. So dito sa information sa definition ni Sivora at Hanset, hindi pa masyadong gumagamit ng technology. So dito naman kay Bra et al. Noong 2007, the technological and human components, network systems, and processes that contribute to functioning of the health information system. So kay Bra et al. Naman, nag-i-start na siyang gumamit ng technology sa health information system lang. So ang study ni Bra et al. Is for health information system pa lang. So doon pa lang siya nag-i-start ng information technology, doon na siya nag-i-initiate, doon na ipinapasok. Dito naman kay Edward et al. Is noong 2007, information infrastructure is the set of organizational practices, technical infrastructure, and social norms that collectively provide for the smooth operation of scientific work at a distance. So, dito naman kay Hassett and Leitinen, noong 2008, may study rin siya, a shared evolving heterogeneous installed base of ID capabilities developed on open and standardized interfaces. So, kung napapansin nyo, yung study nila from 1990 to 1996, yung technology unti-unting ipinapasok. May study na walang technology. Yung may study rin na ipinapasok na yung technology. So, ganun nag-evolve ang ating information infrastructure. So ito na nga. The history of information infrastructure. Noong 1990, the notion of information of infrastructure was introduced. So, introduced pa lang siya. Hindi pa siya wala pang masyadong study, wala pang masyadong ganap. So, noong 1993 and 1994 by Gore and Bagelman, they introduced the concept of information infrastructure sa political initiative pa lang. So, hindi pa nila sinama sa health, hindi pa sinama sa ibang system ng lipunan. So, study by Star and Rouleder noong 1996, sinang-ayunan ni Sivora noong 2000 and Hassett and Sivora noong 2000. Information infrastructure has been used to frame a number of extensive case studies. So, doon pa lang, parang ang nangyari ng mga study nilang yun, nagtatali-tali pa lang sila ng mga case studies noon. Wala pang masyadong storage, wala pang masyadong archive, yung mga ganon. So, noong 2008 by Bigstad, information infrastructure include the internet, health systems, and corporate systems. Noong 2008 na medyo maganda ng technology natin. Meron na tayong nakakapag-archive, meron nakakapag-storage, di ba? Yung storage natin dati sobrang liit lang, tapos dumadagdag ng dumadagdag ngayon. Hanggang ngayon, nagiging terabyte na. Kung dati kay kilobyte lang yung on that era. By Hanset and Littinen noong 2008, information infrastructure has developed into full design theory, focusing in growth of an installed base. Kung dati hanggang kilobyte lang tayo, dito kay 2008 na kay Littinen, meron na tayong USB, ganun. Meron na tayong yung storage na malalaki na. Noong 2011 naman by Boker, described several key terms and concepts that are enumerable helpful for analyzing information infrastructure, imbrication, bootstrapping, figure and ground, and short discussion of infrastructural inversion. Yan yung history ng ating information infrastructure. So, what are the 8 dimensions of information infrastructures? Medyo nabubulol na po tayo doon. So, according to Star and Ruler of Ecology of Infrastructure, we have 8 dimensions. So, number 1, embeddedness, transparency, reach or scope, learn as part of membership, links with conventions of practice, embodiment of standards, built on an installed base, becomes visible upon breakdown. So, itong pag-study natin information infrastructure, hindi lang tayo basta nag-i-study. So, meron tayong goal na kailangan gawin. So, ang goal natin for creating information infrastructure is to enhance the creation, production, dissemination, organization, storage, retrieval, preservation of information, and knowledge for the people. So, ang main purpose talaga ng information infrastructure is for the future use talaga. So, usage of strong information technologies infrastructure. So, saan ba natin ginagamit yung information technology infrastructure? Information technology infrastructure at information infrastructure is pareho lang din po. So, number 1, ang usage nito ay supporting consumers in illness, self-management, and marketplace choices. Number 2, supporting providers in the delivery of evidence-based clinical care. Number 3, coordinating care across clinicians, settings, and time. And number 4, facilitating performance and outcome measurement. And last, educating clinicians. Ito yung mga gamit ng infrastructure na na-adapt na natin ngayon na ano ba tawag dito? Na basta gano'n. Nagagamit natin ngayon. So, what are the advantage of information infrastructure? So, number 1, we have experience and skill unlike in-house, cost savings, and increased output. Structured IT infra management approach, security as its best, reduce maintenance hassle. So, pag may advantage, meron din tayong disadvantages. So, number 1, an ability in emergency. Siyempre, pag walang computer, walang kuryente, walang internet, so wala tayong access. Number 2, lack of trust. Bakit? Kasi may hacker na. Lack of control and choice. So, lack of control kasi pag nasa system na, hindi na natin control yan. Pwede nang may humawak ng iba, pwede nang hindi natin mabuksan. So, for that, we have also the types of IT infrastructure. So, number 1 is traditional IT infrastructure, and the cloud IT infrastructure. So, pag sinabing traditional IT infrastructure made up of usual hardware and software components, facilities, data centers, service, networking, hardware, desktop computers, and enterprise application software solutions. So, this infrastructure setup requires more power, physical space, and money than the other infrastructure types. So, there is a traditional infrastructure is typically installed on premises for company-only or private use. So, andito na yung computer, mga saksakan, mga hard drive, mga keyboard, dito na yung papasok ang traditional infrastructure natin. So the second type of information infrastructure is the cloud type infrastructure, cloud IT infrastructure. So similar to traditional infrastructure, however, end users can access the infrastructure via the internet with the ability to use computing resources without installing on premises through virtualization. Virtualization connects physical servers maintained by the service provider or any or many geographical locations. Then it divides and abstracts resources like storage to make them accessible to users. Almost anywhere on internet connection can be made. Because that infrastructure is open public, it's usually referred to as a public cloud. So dito sa cloud IT infrastructure, for example, so sa system namin dito sa Saudi, meron kaming ginagamit na Epic. Yun yung cloud infrastructure na na-access namin, na-access din ng other ng end server. So may pareho kaming may access. But yung data nila na nakukuha, yung data ng pasyente for example, nakukuha namin, nakukuha din nila. So ganun yung mga example ng cloud IT. Sila yung may control din sila. So next, we have the component of information infrastructure. So number one, we have the fiber optic communication. Pag sinabi natin fiber optic communication, it is the basic communication communication cables that connect cities, regions, and including submarine cables. So, ito yung mga kable. For example, very din naman dyan, fiber optic communication. So, ito yung mga kable natin. So, next is communication satellite. Communication satellite as usual, satellite pa rin yan. So, satellites in orbit that provide communication services. So, next is network hardware. Network hardware such as core routers that connect networks to create larger networks, such as the internet. Number 4 is computing hardware, colocation and cloud computing hardware that forms the basic internet computing capabilities. So number 5 is facilities as usual, data centers, telecom facilities, and yung mga facilities natin. Pag sinabi ng mga software sa information infrastructure, software components supports countless services such as operating systems, web servers, content management systems. So next is platforms. Pag sinabi ng mga platform, wide range of service such as cloud, computing platform, ganyan. So next is systems. Pag sinabi naman systems, global positioning system. So sa system naman, pwede nang dito, pwedeng dyan, pwedeng kahit saang bansa, nagko-connect pa din. Kaya pa natin i-open yung isang information na mga nakasave sa cloud. So next, service. Pag sinabi namang service, core services such as social media platform, widely integrated with other services. So next is last mile infrastructure. Pag sinabing last mile infrastructure, connects locations such as homes, businesses to the internet. So ito na yung mga nangyayari, PLD sa business, mga business hub, business centers, mga ganon. So ayun, kailangan maganda talaga ang internet connections natin if we're going to provide information infrastructure sa ating mga establishment. So next is end user device. Pag sinabi namang end user device, devices directly by users such as mobile devices and computers. So itong ginagawa natin, ito na yung sinasabi ng end user devices. So last is Internet of Things. Endpoint devices such as sensors that are network connected. So for example, yung mga data natin, halimbawa for scanning, ganyan-ganyan, for, alam mo yun, yung nagsesend ng mga x-ray, laboratory research, yung mga internet of sensors natin, network connected. So, yun lang. That's it, our report, information infrastructure. If you have anything to ask, please, you can send a question through email or chat box. So thank you so much, and that ends our report. Thank you po.